The French national team and Juventus player Paul Pogba has reported being a victim of threats and extortion attempts by an organized gang, according to a statement signed by the player's agent and lawyers. Pogba told investigators that he fell into a trap set by childhood friends and two members of the national team, including Mbappé, who was allegedly involved in the scheme, sharing messages in which he supposedly asked a sorcerer to cast a spell against the PSG forward. Threats from a gang, betrayals by friends, extortion, consecutive injuries, and even accusations of witchcraft and black magic against Mbappé are just part of the events that led to the sad end of Pogba's career, who went from being one of the world's best midfielders to being banned from football due to doping. We'll break down this video into two very quick stages, from the rise to the most critical point in just over a minute. First, you'll understand that a player who was dubbed the New Zidane, awarded the Golden Boy, and hailed as one of the best and most promising talents in the world, couldn't just decide to use banned substances out of the blue. A series of significant events had to occur for Pogba to reach rock bottom. Pogba was born on March 15, 1993. His parents had twin sons before Pogba was even born. One of his brothers in the future would become one of Pogba's greatest enemies, but when Pogba was a child, he wanted to follow his older brothers to training sessions. At the age of 6, Pogba joined a team called Royce and didn't take long to become a regular starter. At 13, Pogba moved to Thor. When he was 15, he was called up to the French under-16 team and played so well that he caught the interest of Manchester United. His older brother probably died of envy, as only that would justify the actions he would take in the future. Even in Manchester United's youth setup, Pogba dazzled everyone with his football. Players like Giggs and Scholes always saw immense potential in him and would even stop training sessions to watch him play. In 2010, he was promoted to the first team, but Sir Alex Ferguson didn't utilize Pogba much, and he barely played. In 2012, he decided to leave United and join Juventus, where the world began to know Pogba. Right off the bat, he not only secured a spot in the starting lineup, but also stood out immensely. He immediately won the Italian Championship and the Italian Super Cup in 2013. He was called up for the French national team for the first time and was simply named the best young player in Italy. In 2014, he wanted to keep conquering things. Pogba didn't tire of winning even though he was eliminated in the quarterfinals. He was named the best young player of that World Cup. Brazilians don't like to remember that shit. They almost won the Champions League in 2015 but lost in the final to Barcelona. Pogba experienced many moments and years of glory, even being named the 5th best player in the world in 2015. In 2016, after an excellent performance in the European Championship where he almost lifted the trophy, he lost to Portugal. But due to consistently displaying top-level football, Pogba still attracted the interest of many clubs. However, he made the dubious choice to return to Manchester United in 2016 for a fee of just €105 million. At this point, Pogba wasn't just an athlete, he was a celebrity, always with eye-catching hairstyles, colored hair, and lucrative sponsorships. Everything Pogba did made headlines. In 2017, his celebration was the most popular in the world. The dab became a global craze, and now we come to the second stage, Pogba's decline in the 17-18 season. Pogba suffered his first major injury, playing only 37 games and scoring 6 goals. After the 2018 World Cup, where France emerged as champions, Pogba's career began to take a downward spiral. Pogba started to have serious problems with his thigh. His thigh was getting completely messed up. He had so many injuries that they began to affect his entire leg, and he couldn't play 4 games in a row without spending 2 months in the medical department. In 2022, he wasn't called up due to a meniscus problem, and he started to get desperate. He tried everything, all the physiotherapists and treatments possible, but nothing worked. Then, news emerged that Pogba took a step that no one expected. French media outlets reported that Pogba sought out a sorcerer in the hope that he would perform some magic to cure him. And from there, controversy began that disrupted Pogba's peace. His older brother, Mathias Pogba, later publicly stated that Pogba asked the sorcerer to cast a spell on Mbappé. Not only that, this brother, according to some media outlets, was arrested for allegedly orchestrating an armed robbery against Pogba, attempting to extort money from him after rumors spread that he had spent a good amount with the sorcerer. As soon as Pogba returned to the field, he got injured again. Another month of injury, an irritated fan base, and Pogba only played 2 games in the 2022-2023 season. Back at Juventus, it was likely that Pogba's career was ended by the use of illicit substances. On August 20, 2023, Pogba tested positive in a doping control. He was provisionally suspended and awaited the result of the confirmatory test, which also detected the use of testosterone, a hormone typically used for muscle mass increase and recovery acceleration. Yesterday, after going to trial, Pogba was punished with the maximum penalty of a 4-year ban from football at the age of 30. A series of accumulated and untreated injuries, and most likely this is the sad end of Pogba's career, which unfortunately will never play football again. On his Instagram, Pogba posted a photo with the following caption: "I was informed today of the decision of the National Anti-Doping Tribunal, and I believe the verdict is incorrect. I am sad, shocked, heartbroken for everything I have built in my professional career to be taken away from me. When free from legal restrictions, the full story will become clear. But I have never knowingly or deliberately taken any supplements that violate anti-doping rules as a professional athlete. I would never do anything to enhance my performance using prohibited substances, and I have never disrespected or deceived fellow athletes and fans of any of the teams I have played for or against. As a result of today's announced decision, I will appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport." In the comments of the post, many messages of support to Pogba, some players here like Harry Maguire, Lingard, and others. On the internet, many people believe in Pogba's innocence and that he did take the substance, but unknowingly, without being aware that he was consuming something prohibited. To be honest, I also believe in Pogba. However, anti-doping rules are very strict about this. The main rule is, regardless of whether you are guilty or not, the athlete is punished for the use of illegal substances. It's a harsh rule, but it's reality. I hope Pogba can come back sooner. I hope he is exonerated.